Hey,
Praise
what is going on, everybody? Eli and Andrew hanging out. I'm just going to keep talking so Eli can't be heard.
bro, you trying to make me spit out my coffee?
Spitting out your coffee. It looks like your guitar is growing out of your neck a little bit when you sit back a little bit. Yeah, right there. That's cool. All right.
It's called, but it sucks. Let me just
All right. What are you drinking there this morning?
We got some Java this morning.
Okay. Is that just straight black Java, or do you like to put a little sweetness in there?
Straight black. My family thinks I'm crazy for it, but
they're crazy for thinking you're crazy.
Well, I mean, dude, it's like a energy boost. I love when you make that noise better than I do.
Well, thanks for jumping in with us this morning, everybody. I see that we got a few people who are coming along for a little hangout before the 11 o'clock service. Thank you for being here. Hey, Michaela, what's going on, sister? Hope you're doing well today. I feel like I haven't seen you in a long time, but I've seen you online a bit. And Jennifer, hi, Jennifer.
Good morning.
You too. Thanks for being here, you guys. So we've got just a little time before our service starts, and we thought that it might be kind of fun if we hung out this morning a little before the 9 o'clock service today. Eli and I had a special guest on with us whose name is Zach. He's the producer who helps work with us on our records, on our original songwriting. And it was fun to kind of chat with him about some stuff regarding production. But we thought before the 11 o'clock, it might be fun to talk a little bit more about some songwriting stuff. Yeah. And so that's what Eli and I are going to do a little bit this morning. Just a couple more shout outs. What's up, Martha?
Good morning, Martha.
Good morning to you. Martha's amazing.
Kelly,
man, she's with us for every pre-service. You're like you're the greatest, man. I love that. So good. So yeah, if you guys didn't know that we as WCH Worship, we released our most current single on Friday, and that song is somewhere. Here it is. Sorry, I lost Eli for a second.
Cut me out, bro.
So we released this single called "Come Thou Fount," Loudest Praise. And if you've been hanging out with us at church at all over the past year and a half or two, this song has been on this like kind of evolutionary journey of just kind of being brought to our church family and then evolving as our church family got a hold of it. And then when we took it into the studio and it kind of came into its final form, that is now on the album, and that's being released as a single. And we recorded that live. And Eli, what are some of your thoughts about being a part of the process of either the songwriting side of it or the production side of it? Yeah. What are some of your thoughts?
I actually remember like the first day that I remember when you showed me this version of the song. And hey, good morning, Kevin. Yeah, I remember hearing it because it was right after we kind of like were tooling with the idea of retooling the doxology, and this kind of just like came right after we were in this hymn mode, and it was super cool. And I remember just bouncing ideas. It was actually at the old office, the old Huntley office, and just sitting and hearing it and just being so stirred, because this is a song that I grew up singing in my church. Like some of you guys may not know, but I grew up in a smaller church setting. Like my dad is a worship pastor at a small little church in South Elgin. And we grew up singing this song. This was an anthem for our church, and I hadn't sung it since. And man, just getting to revitalize something that was so important to me as a kid growing up. It was amazing being a part of this whole process and retooling just the structure of the song and getting to write the chorus with you, man. And then Zach. So Zach is a writer on this song, and he for some of you may not know if you missed the earlier session, he came up with the idea to add the O's in this song. And man, it turned out to be an anthem. This is an absolute anthem. And it just reminds me so much of like what my parents preached to me, like praising through and praising through whatever we're going through, no matter the season, just praising through. You can't get around it. And so praising through is just the best idea because God's going to show up no matter what. So
that's good, man.
That's a lot to say, but yeah, this song, it has had a special breath on it. I mean, even as a kid, like this song was always my favorite singing in church, and getting to revitalize it, it was awesome. So
yeah, that's great. And it was really fun. As we were getting ready to kind of put together this album, we talked about like, well, do we want to make it like an all live album where we record everything live? Do we want to make it an all studio album where everything is just recorded in sessions in the studio? And we really liked the idea of being able to have a little bit of both worlds. And so what we decided to do is we decided to record all of the songs that were going to make it to the album, which was 10 original songs, in the studio. But we wanted to take 3 of those and bring them into a live experience. And so on October 6th of 2019 was when we had some services where we actually recorded those. And if you were around, you might recognize, from the picture that we're sharing there, people are joining in on that praise on that day. And it was really cool. It was really fun to be a part of that. And then to now hear the final product with the voices of our church and of our team joined together. It's really, really cool. And this particular song, I've been really, really loving. All the songs were so fun to be a part of, and they've all got like every one of them has different moments that kind of speak, different parts of you and at different times when I'm listening to them. But there's just something about this song, and like what you're saying, that our friend and producer Zach, he helped us with some of this sort of the musical arrangement, and bringing that like anthemic sense of the whoa, like into the song. And that changed the song. And I feel like it just brought it to a different level.
Yeah.
And so I don't know, but there's this climactic moment at the end of the song, and it's the very end of the album, because it's going to be the last song on the album. Mm-hmm. And there's this like just incredible climactic moment at the end of it where it just feels so awesome hearing the church sing, hearing all of the instrumentation and everything. It's super fun. So I'm excited.
You know what I call that moment?
What?
I call it the Andrew moment.
The Andrew. Oh, just from that song?
Yes. You know, Taya from Oceans, like how she belts that one note in the middle of the song.
Yeah,
I call it a moment. Dude, this is your moment. And
that's my moment.
No, but like you said, like hearing the voices, dude, we have access to the entire album right now, but like hearing those live voices on the 3 live ones, man, it gets me every single time. Especially in this season. Gosh, I'm getting emotional thinking about it. Like, I just love hearing our church sing these anthems of praise, and it's incredible. It's truly a blessing to be a part of. Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, it's been fun. Hey, before I forget, wanted to do a quick shout out to our very good friend Shannon Swift. Yeah. I don't know if you're listening this morning, my friend, but it is your birthday. Happy birthday to Shannon. Everybody, let's give Shannon some love. If you haven't already, drop a comment. Happy birthday to Shannon. We love her.
What did Kevin say?
A few minutes left. What did you say, Eli?
Kevin said happy Swiftieth. That's amazing.
The Swiftieth.
We need to make a t-shirt out of that.
I like that. So yeah, it's so, the other thing that's really interesting about the songwriting process is that when you work on these songs, like you work on them kind of in sometimes in isolation or in collaboration with maybe a 1 or 2 or 3 other people. But they spend a lot of time like in the dark room, like the photography dark room, like where they're kind of being cultivated. And so some of these songs, like we've had a lot of time with these songs. And honestly, this song, our church family has had some time with this song too. But like when you think about like brand new songs that the church maybe has never heard, it's interesting because you spend so much time working on these, and then when you release it, like you bring that and share that, and it's like you've already had this whole journey with it, and then you get to invite other people from the church family to kind of participate in the journey of the life of that song. It's fun, that art side of it.
Well, and that's going to be this entire, most of the album, like most of maybe.
Well, this is our 5th single.
Right. But like I'm thinking like album total, like we've done, I think 6 of them in church, like since we started this whole process.
Mm-hmm.
So like, and there are some that we've done less of, and like Come Thou Fountain, New Doxology, like those have been anthems for our church, and Gracie Blood, Battle Cry.
Oh man, Gracie Blood. Guys, have you been listening to Gracie Blood? If you haven't listened to that in a while, holy cow. I know Eli was talking about the Andrew moment. That song is the Eli moment, dude. That song is so good. That's still, I still think that's my favorite song of the whole album. It's so good.
It's crazy, like thinking back to it and how I was like, no, this does not need to be on the album.
So good.
So you can take credit for that one, but
no,
it's just amazing to see, and I can't wait for our church family to hear the album. Like the journey that these songs, I mean, from it really is a journey. Like you hear these like just mere ideas come to full out just anthems. Like I absolutely believe, thank you, Lee, you're the best. Absolutely every single one of these songs on the album is an anthem, and just hearing them go from point A to point B it's incredible. It's incredible.
Nobody from the church has gotten to hear the opening track yet.
Oh my gosh.
So good, you guys. It's brand new. Eli wrote this, it's so good. I can't wait. It's so good. It's so good.
I think that's my favorite one from the album.
It's a great track.
Track 1. We won't give
the name. I can't wait to share it. Oh man, I'm just getting super excited even thinking about it. So
what's today? What's today? We got like over a month.
Yeah. So we haven't officially, told anybody when the drop date is coming, and COVID threw everything into just a strange, funky disorientation for the past, 5 months now of just not like we planned on dropping the album back spring, but because everything happened, we just decided, we're going to wait. And we've been releasing, just incrementally releasing pieces of the album as a way to just kind of continue to try to serve and give our church something over time to be able to experience instead of just dropping it all at once in the middle of all that craziness. So the plan is in September, we're going to be dropping this album and all the rest of it's coming out. So hopefully you guys are excited. We're down to the last minute before service begins. Just wanted to say thank you guys all for jumping in. Eli, thanks for being with us here this morning.
Really, man. Absolutely. Thank you for having me. I missed the church family. It was so good to be together last Wednesday. Oh my goodness.
And if you guys haven't heard, and you're going to hear a little bit more about the next time we're going to be gathering together in person, wait for Todd's announcements time after worship. He's going to make a little announcement about when we're going to be able to get together again sometime soon. So, all right, guys, love to you all. Have a great Sunday. Worship well, and we'll see you next time.
See you guys.